Combat Patrol, Issue 5, The Unique Infernus Space Marine. Hello and welcome to The Lucky Roll, an eclectic channel for eclectic games. And today we're doing issue 5 of Hachette Collection's Combat Patrol. Now issue 5 is a great issue because this comes with the miniature that is unique to the actual collection. So the only way you can get this miniature is by buying these issues. And this one comes with a brand new Space Marine Sergeant for the Infernus Marines. Now there is a fairly substantial how to build guide. It goes in 2 pages. It's not a very complicated piece to put together, but it's the first one that you'll have that's not push fit, so it is kind of glued together in a certain way. So just make sure that you do have super glue or plastic glue if you're going to be using this issue. You have a technique, of course, on base coating, which is what, of course, you got some base paints in the last issue, in issue 4. So again, you can see here now for the Tyranids, they're using the Barak Grundy paint and the Wraithbone, and of course for the Space Marines you're using the Macragge blue. That's of course if you choose to go with the Ultramarines. So it goes through all the different bits and pieces here, so you can see that all the models you have so far and the actual state that you will be painting them up into. Now if you're someone who's going to paint these miniatures, I would suggest maybe look at a few paint guides and maybe get a starter box of paints or something like that, because they do a good job eventually with the paints in the Hachette collection, but you won't get more paints until maybe another 10 issues on and things like that. So a lot of your minis won't look great for a long time until you actually touch them up. And it's nearly better to kind of paint them as you get them. But again, that's up to yourself in whatever way you want to do it. You have here some lore, and it's called the Imperial Tithe. So the Imperium is, of course, the human empire. It's called the Imperium, and it has a tithe in all the worlds. So all the worlds would have to provide different things, be it food, be it ammunition, be it human beings to grind in the war machine, or in some cases it would be psychers, which are all put in on the black ships. So there's something quite grim here, because the Emperor of Mankind was mortally wounded and is barely sustained by sacrificing, I think, is it 1,000 or 10,000 human beings every day, all psychers, to kind of feed the psychic machine that keeps him alive. So a little bit grim, but fortunately the Imperium is nice and big, so they're never short of people. You have here the Infernus Space Marine Sergeant. So what's interesting here is the red helm is unique to the Ultramarines, because it used to be an aspect of penance until the betrayal of Calt, and then it just became kind of the mark of a section leader. You have here just kind of different stats for the Space Marine Sergeant, and what's cool here is the Flames of Purification. So you get to use the Space Marine Sergeant, but it gives you a nice little kind of backstory on it for the actual battle. So you're going to be one kind of Infernus Marine against a few bit of Tyranids, and you're basically burning down the infestation sites. So of course it gives you kind of nice little sets and examples on how to kind of play the game again. So again, the magazine is kind of setting down the foundations of the lore and the foundations of the magazine before it goes into the more interesting stuff. And again, another part of basics, which is dice and modifiers in terms of using them in your miniatures and how to kind of use it. So again, this is a big picture of the whole range, and this is what you'll get in the next issue, which are 5 Bargants. And of course, after that, you get a whole load of Termagants, which are kind of over 2 issues you get to a large set of Tyranid monsters. But nevertheless, have a look at the actual Infernus Marine himself, and I have to say I was quite impressed with this little mini. I quite like it. He's basically standing on top of a singed Tyranid. So there's flames coming off, which I only kind of did a little bit of a hint. But what I like is the fact that he's cooked so he can be just kind of a basic black. I used a dry brush of the Barak burgundy paint from the last one to kind of give it a little crispy look. And the rest of it is him just basically reloading his Infernus weapon. So you can see here the sling is off, Purity Seal is on, and it's not currently loaded. So that the slot where he would load up the actual ammo tank with the fuel is here at his side, and he's looking off to the distance. So it's essentially a job well done. It's a really nice little kind of model, and again, it's a unique one. It wasn't difficult to put together because there was no pins, but for people who haven't put minis together without pins yet, it could be a little bit difficult because you're kind of you're using your own judgment a little bit in kind of putting the models together. It doesn't come with the transfers. I just took the transfers from another set that I have. I have my own unique color scheme for my Ultramarines, so I just kind of made him follow that a little bit better, so he would just kind of fall in with the rest of my lads. And you also get 6 dice with this issue. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is the unique mini that you get with issue 5 of Combat Patrol. A nice fun little mini, handy enough to paint, not desperately difficult, but still a nice unique one to have for the collection. So as always, if you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff, and until next time, this is Sean signing off.